Alrighty, y'all. So for today's first five, we have a treat because we get to talk about fats. Yay! All right, so let's talk a little bit about lipids. Last time we talked about carbohydrates and we said that we are concerned with three things. Same thing here, y'all. So we are going to be looking at the structure of a lipid, what it's made of, what its function is, and then some examples. So let's get crack-a-lackin' with this one. All right, so lipids, what they're made of. Just like carbohydrates, they are made of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And what's really cool about these or different about these is that they are, for the most part, hydrophobic, which y'all means they're terrified of water, which means they don't like them. Okay, so monomers, what they're made of. The building blocks, there are actually two. There is glycerol and there is fatty acids. And then you get to see those pictures a little bit further down on this doc. All right, now let's start going through the examples because there are quite a few with these. All right, so first of all, the bad ones, or when you hear buzzwords or terms you think negatively. When you hear saturated, that sounds like it's bad. Okay, so fatty acids are saturated with actual hydrogen atoms. So the more of these puppies you have, the more saturated they are. All right, so these are bad for our diet because they are going to be solid at room temperature. A lot of these are going to be coming from animal sources. So saturated fats in our diet, we're going to want to keep low because of their structure, and our body doesn't know how to do with them. And if we over saturate our bodies with our saturated fats, then we start having clogged issues um, with our veins, pulmonary arteries, things like that. Okay, so moving on. Polyunsaturated. Okay, so unsaturated means it's not saturated. Poly means many. So I'm thinking that that's going to involve many things being different. Okay, and just like it says, there are going to be numerous spots of double or triple bonds. And that's going to be where they have two things bonded or three things bonded in that fatty acid portion. Okay, since it is unsaturated, y'all, that means it's going to be liquid at room temperature. All right. These are mostly going to be derived from plant sources and they are going to thus be healthier. Alrighty, now let's talk about the super not awesome ones. Trans fats. These are the ones that were made in a lab and they are not good for you. Not good for you. They are going to be chemically altered to where they are saturated, and it's going to be a lot harder for your body to process them because they are not natural. Alrighty, so now let's talk about phospholipids, which are found everywhere. So this is going to be a bilayer. You will always hear phospholipid bilayer when we get into talking about cells. We are going to drive this home into the ground 100 billion times. All right, so a phospholipid, we're going to have lipids and we're going to have phosphates. Alrighty? You're going to have a hydrophobic side, you're going to have a hydrophilic side. The hydrophobic is going to be scared of water. The hydrophilic is going to love water. And you're going to see that structure here in a moment, and that is going to be extraordinarily important here in the future. All right. Now we've also got waxes. You may think immediately of like earwax, and yeah, that's actually kind of true. All right, so these have combined an alcohol with something that was unsaturated, and then it usually is going to be liquid, not solid, kind of in between. All right, example perfect for our females in the room would be your lipstick. We've got a lot of waxes, and those actually a lot of times come from whale blubber. Kind of gross. All right, and then the last one here will be our steroids, our hormones, our cholesterol. These are things that are going to be happening in the body, and anything that you consume, it would have happened in that thing's body. Already, the steroid says that it is different because it's going to look like a house, like the actual chemical structure is going to look like a house, as where cholesterol is a type of steroid. And it is going to be something that we want to pay attention to in our body, which is why it says, that in excess is going to be bad for your health. However, you do have good cholesterols, and we do have to have these because we need energy storage, and we also need to have all of the cells in our body to be uh, containing that phospholipid bilayer. Alrighty, so that is a extremely fast five look at everything that deals with lipids.